Hi, this is Jason Wright, and this is my toy analysis video. For this video, I've chosen to analyze action figures. I brought out one of my old Star Wars figures here. It's Boba Fett, by the way. But this can be applied to any one of 100 different varieties of action figures, from Transformers to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or whatever. Um, Even though Star Wars toys are currently still on the market. The packaging on Star Wars figures now say that it's appropriate for ages 4 and up. They have been in the past primarily played with by little boys, but there has been a push in society lately to reduce the stigma of little girls playing with them too. So, especially in the Star Wars universe, they've been adding more female characters. So, it used to be that girls played, or the stereotype was that girls played with dolls and boys played with action figures because they didn't have to comb their hair or dress them up or anything. They just made them do various action scenes. But um, it's getting so that you see more girls play with these now too. Um, American pop culture is primarily where a lot of these what a lot of these toys have been associated with. While the movies and TV shows are kind of known throughout the world, it's usually the American people that buy the toys, primarily collected by children and grown men. Um, Um, as far as gross motor skills that you would need to play with this toy, um, uh, use of the upper extremities to make the character sort of walk or move through space from one area to the next. Fine motor skills would be necessary to kind of position the character's legs, arms, turn the head, to pose them in different um, positions, as if he's doing something. Um, Cognitive requirements required for this toy would be primarily a good imagination. Um, the backstory of the characters have already been established in the movies and TV shows, but a child could just take that and go in any one of a million different directions with it. They can make them say whatever they want, do whatever they want, interact with different toys or action figures or what have you. So it's really just primarily good imagination is really all you need to play with action figures. Um, as far as the perceptual requirements for this toy, really there aren't too many, other than just being able to see the toy, recognize who the character is, knowing that this is Boba Fett, and that so you'd know who he is and what he does, and the child can just take it from there and have him do or say whatever he wants. The social, emotional, or psychological aspects of this toy would um, primarily be with the violence that goes along with action figures and the movies and TV shows that they come from. A lot of gunplay. So it would be parents might want to take that into consideration before they decide whether they want their children to play with action figures. A lot of them come with little toy guns, in fact. So, and those guns, as that I mentioned them, are can be safety hazards. That's probably why action figures are recommended for ages 4 and up, because any children younger than that can, especially younger than 2, um, the little guns that come with the action figures can be a choking hazard. The stage of Piaget's theory that this toy corresponds with would be the pre-operational stage, because that's the stage where children start to pretend and imagine things. So um, and the stage of Parton's theory that this toy corresponds with would be well, there's a couple. Could be the solitary stage, where the child kind of just plays with multiple figures by himself or herself, and has them interact that way. But it could also be cooperative too. If another child has action figures, um, that child could create the dialogue for their toys, and the other child could create the dialogue for their toys and have them interact, and they could work out different scenarios that way. If I was going to adapt this toy for a child who had a disability, say the child had spasticity in their hand or upper extremities or what have you, it would be tough for that child to have the character stand up on their own. I'm having a hard time doing it right now myself, and I have full use of my hands and arms. But some sort of stand or support could be created for these characters, and they could even be placed on wheels so that the to make the character more easily move from one area to the next without having to physically um, use your grip to maneuver the character. And then the characters could be pushed together, closer together and then the child can just take it from there as far as having them say whatever they want to say to each other. So I would recommend this toy, or these toys, any action figures really for children, whether they had a disability or not. I played with them for many years myself, and or at least as a child, and I believe I turned out fine. So yeah, I would definitely recommend action figures. Thank you very much.